before you can you just get in because I that's something I'd never thought of when we were talking at breakfast this morning is the like the physical stuff that you guys deal with inside that cockpit. I mean I had no idea.
Yeah, so the human body is very resilient and it adapts to a lot of different stressors. But we're basically built to like run, jump, lift, hinge, press. There's all these movements that the human body is designed to do. Something it's not designed to do is just be smushed over and over again, year after year. So most every fighter pilot ends up with some, back and neck issues if they've been in the jet for a period of time. So I had some neck and back issues before I joined even. They were nothing to speak of, but it would just be like, oh, I threw my back out and missed a tournament or whatever it may be. But now, you're wearing the helmet. Later, you're wearing the helmet-mounted cueing system, which it has these electronics and a monocle over your eye, so you can see things on the data link when you look over the rail and down on the ground. But all this adds weight to the helmet. You have a visor. At night, you have the night vision goggles and all the brackets and stuff that go for those attachments. So you're adding a lot of weight to your nugget, And then now the demands of flying is you're constantly under G. So you're say you're, I don't know what it weighs, but say your 10-pound helmet under 7 Gs now weighs 70 pounds.
Shit.
Yeah, and if you're flying 20 sorties a month, and you've already have back and neck issues, and now you're pulling, hard on the aircraft off target over and over again, you're looking behind you, so you're twisted, and then you're being compressed, it's going to bring out any issues there. So the short of my Korea assignment is I'm trucking along, flying nonstop there. There's exercises, and I'm having a great time, but I'm starting to get like numbness in my hands, starting to kind of lock up. And like the number one rule of fighter pilots is you never talk to a flight doctor, because you don't want to lose your flight status. So so that assignment, I'm like halfway through, and one morning I'm getting ready to fly. I go to tie my boot, and I'm literally just stuck in position. I'm like, I'm completely locked up. I can't move. And I'm like, I can't fly today. So pull myself off the schedule, talk to the commander, and he's like, man, you're gonna have to get this checked out. So go to a flight doc, get a scan, and they're like, oh yeah, you've got like terrible degenerative discs, and you've got all these issues. And I think at that time he said something about if I eject, it's going to cause all these problems. So that basically right there was grounded from flying the Hog.
Shit.
About halfway through that assignment. So now I'm sitting there going, okay, I was doing exactly what I wanted to do, and now I'm not sure if I'm going to be able to fly an ejection seat aircraft again. So
that had to be pretty devastating.
Yeah, talk about going from a high to a low,
Yeah.
And you're like, what am I going to go be, like a logistics officer?
Yeah.
Like, I still have a 10-year pilot training commitment, and I'm like, I don't know, 4 years into it or whatever it was. And so, yeah, I just went from where I felt like the ultimate high being on just, you start to build up your, so many things came down to luck and timing. But up to that point, everything had worked out exactly as I had hoped. So you just start to think that that's how the world is just going to bend to your favor on everything. And then all of a sudden it's all gone, So, so then I had a choice as to, they're like, this is not going to be a short-term thing. So you're not permanently disqualified, but you're disqualified for now from flying fighter aircraft, basically anything with an ejection seat. So they're like, you got to figure out what you want to do.